Hi students, welcome to our channel. In previous class we have been discussed regarding the concept of subtraction of vectors and then resolution of vectors. So in this class we are going to discuss one important concept for both CBSE or NCERT as well as for competitive exams. The topic is parallelogram law of vectors and then some special cases which we are going to see in this class. Parallelogram law of vectors. Regarding this concept, already we have been discussed definition and then with the help of graphical method how the resultant also we have been discussed. If you have not been seen that video, means you can see from our channel. So I am not writing here any definition, I am going directly. So here I am taking two adjacent sides of a parallelogram. So this which can act as a one adjacent side and then this which it can act as a one more adjacent side. In order to form parallelogram, which you can make assume as like this. So and then you can make this as a parallelogram in this way, which we are going to get. So let us consider that this is a p vector and this is a q vector. This p vector and q vector which is having both magnitude and direction. The resultant of this is given by the diagonal passing through the same point. If you have been drawn a diagonal, this will be the diagonal. So this which we have been written here as r vector is equals to p vector plus q vector. So this is a definition for parallelogram law of vectors. Two vectors which can act as adjacent sides of a parallelogram both in magnitude and direction, then the resultant of these is given by the diagonal which passes through the same point. Now this which we are going to prove. For that I can take here as O, A, B and C. Here we can take P and Q, or we can take A, B also. So in some books they can take a P, in some books they can take A and B, whatever it may be. So here we are going to prove. So with the help of this parallelogram, so the angle between P and Q, so which is equals to theta. So if I have been extended this line, up to this point, this is very important, and then I have been drawn from point B a perpendicular line which I have been drawn like this. So this will be the perpendicular. O, A, B, C, I can take this as a D. So if this makes an angle theta, then this angle also which is equals to theta. So we know this, these are parallel. Parallel means which is having same. So this can act as a q vector. So if you have been remembered very well, here I have been said which makes an angle of theta. If this is a r vector, r can be resolved into two components. If this is a q vector, q can be resolved into two components, which is nothing but q cos theta and q sin theta, which I can get. So that's which is nothing but this has a q sin theta which we can get. So in the same way, this q which we can resolve into two components, along horizontal component and along vertical component. This which I can write here as q cos theta, this which I can write here as q sin theta. That in terms of magnitude, which we are assuming. So here now I should have to find the resultant which is nothing but OB. Here if you have been seen clearly, which I can take this as like this. This is O, A, B and D. This which makes an angle of theta. This is a right angle triangle. From right angle triangle or with the help of Pythagoras or Pythagoras theorem, so we are going to find out this is a resultant. So from figure, first we are going to find out magnitude. So magnitude. So for this, from figure, which we can write here as, this has a hypotenuse which is nothing but OB square, which is equals to opposite square, that's we can take BD or OD. We should have to take this total, not from O to A, because this is a right angle triangle. I can take here as OD square plus so DB square, which I can get. This is from Pythagoras theorem, so which is very important. Here we should have to understand this only. Most of the students, they will take from O to A and then A to B they will take. So we are not going to get the answer. So like this right angle triangle which we should have to take. So with the help of this, which I write here as, so OB square is equals to this OD, which we can divide it into two components, OA plus AD. So OA plus AD whole square plus DB square. Now this in terms of magnitude, OB is nothing but a resultant vector. So R square is equals to OA, from O to A in terms of magnitude, P plus AD. Here AD represents from A to D, which is nothing but Q cos theta. This resolution of vector concept already have been discussed. So this Q which we can resolve into two components, along horizontal, along vertical. That which I can take here as AD is nothing but Q cos theta. So with the help of this, Q cos theta whole square plus DB square. So this which is nothing but in terms of magnitude. So in terms of magnitude, dB square is nothing but Q sin theta, which is nothing but, so Q sin theta whole square. This is in the form of A plus B whole square. With the help of this, R square is equals to, I can write here as, so P square plus Q square. I'm taking okay, so Q square cos square theta plus 2pq cos theta, 2pq cos theta plus q square sin square theta, q square sin square theta, which I am going to get. So in this case, we have been observed here q square, which we can take it as a common. With the help of this, r square is equals to, I can get here as, so p square plus, by taking q square as a common, we are going to get it as cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2pq cos theta. So here cos square theta plus sin square theta value is nothing but 1. With the help of this, r is equals to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, which we are going to get. So I need the value of r value. So r is equals to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, which we are going to get. So this is the magnitude of the resultant of two vectors, which we have been proved. Okay. So and then what's its direction? This direction is nothing but the resultant r vector which makes with respect to p vector. So this p vector, which I can take this as a alpha. So that alpha value which we are going to find. So this is clear, Noma? Okay. So next one is direction. Direction of resultant vector. So direction of resultant vector. So previously you have been proved magnitude. In the same way, direction which we are going to prove. So direction here I am assuming this value is nothing but alpha. So with the help of this, so tan alpha is equals to formula. So opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. So this which I can take here as a tan alpha is equals to here opposite side. Opposite side is nothing but dp, that which is nothing but q sin theta. Q sin theta by here adjacent side you have been taken this adjacent side from O to D, that is p plus q cos theta. So p plus q cos theta. So alpha is equals to, which I can write here as tan inverse of q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. Okay. Here this alpha is the angle made by the resultant vector with respect to p vector. For example, if this resultant vector which is making an angle with respect to q, so if this is alpha, this I can consider here as this value is nothing but beta. So in such a case we can write this as, so tan beta is equals to same, but here this will resolve into two components. So in such a case we are going to get it as p sin theta by q plus p cos theta. In such a case which we can get the values, this we can write here as beta is equals to tan of p sin theta by q plus p cos theta, which we are going to get. So this is the direction of the resultant vector which we can get. So now for this parallelogram law of vectors, now we are going to see some special cases. So far we have been proved this magnitude of resultant vector and then direction of resultant vector whenever they are making certain angle theta, and the resultant vector is nothing but alpha. So here which I can take here as some special cases. In these special cases, first one I am going to consider as like this. So when so p vector and q vector are parallel. So when p vector and q vectors are parallel, so parallel means what's the angle between them? The angle between them which is nothing but, so theta is equals to 0 whenever they are parallel. I can consider here as like this. If this is a p vector and if this is a q vector, so in such a case the angle between them is 0. Then what's the value of cos 0? Cos 0 value is nothing but 1. So by substituting in our equation, that magnitude r is equals to, we can get here as root of p square plus q square plus 2pq. Cos 0 is nothing but cos 0 is nothing but 1, which you can get. This is in the form of a square plus b square plus 2ab. So formula for a square plus b square plus 2ab is nothing but a plus b whole square. So r is equals to root of p plus q whole square. With the help of this, r value is nothing but p plus q, which we are going to get. So in this case, so which is nothing but r is equals to p plus q, simply by adding its magnitude because they are in same direction. So then what about alpha? So here alpha I have been taken, I can get here as, so tan alpha is equals to, what is the value of sine 0? 0. So 0 by anything is, so which I can take it as, so p plus q, 0 by anything is nothing but 0. We can take this as alpha is equals to, resultant is nothing but, so tan inverse of 0. So alpha value is equals to 0, which we are going to get. Okay ma, case 2. So when p vector and q vector are anti-parallel, when p vector and q vectors are anti-parallel with each other, so in such a case what we are going to get? So here anti-parallel means which is nothing but theta is equals to 180 degrees. If I am assuming like this, if this is a p vector and then if this is a q vector, which I have been considered, the angle between them is nothing but 180 degrees. In such a case what we are going to get? Same magnitude, that r is equals to root of, here you have been seen that anti-parallel means here which we are going to get it as the resultant vector is, so r vector is equals to, which I am going to get here as p vector minus q vector. So p vector minus q vector, that in terms of magnitude I can get here as like this, in terms of magnitude. So that's p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 180. What's the value of cos 180? So cos 180 value is nothing but, 180 degrees is nothing but minus 1. So by substituting this, r is equals to, we can tell here as p square plus q square minus 2pq. This is in the form of a square b square minus 2ab. So r value is nothing but root of p minus q whole square. Finally I can get here as r is equals to p minus q. For example, if this is a 5 meters, if this is 3 meters, 5 minus 3, 2 meters is the resultant. Then what's the angle? Angle either it may be 0 or 180. So how it will be? So tan alpha. So tan alpha is equals to, so q into sine 180. So what's the value of sine 180? Sine 90 is 1. So if I have been changed to, so cos 90, will get cos 90, which is nothing but 0. So that by 0 by p plus q, which I am going to get. For this alpha value we can get either 0 or I can get here as a 180 degrees. Next, case 3. So when p vector and q vector are perpendicular, with each other. This perpendicular in short form, which you can write here as like this, in perpendicular. So I can take here as like this. If this is a p vector, if this is a q vector. So perpendicular or normal also you can tell. So in such a case, if theta is equals to 90 degrees, so what's the value of cos 90? So cos 90 value is nothing but 0. So with the help of this, which I can take it as this resultant vector r is equals to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Cos 90 value is nothing but 0. So I can obtain here as r is equals to root of p square plus q square. I can obtain here as p square plus q square. So then what about its alpha? So that's I can write here as, so tan alpha is equals to q. What's the value of sin 90? Sin 90 value is nothing but 1. So into 1 by p plus q cos. Cos 90 is nothing but 0. Here cos 90 is equals to 0. With the help of this, alpha is equals to, I can obtain here as tan inverse of q by p. So this whenever they are perpendicular with each other. You have been observed in first case you have been obtained here as r is equals to p plus q. In second case you have been obtained here as r is equals to p minus q. So whenever they are parallel, we are going to get the resultant is nothing but maximum, that which we can take here as r maximum. Whenever they are anti-parallel with each other, in such a case we are going to get it as minimum. With the help of this, which I can write here as r maximum by r minimum. So this normally which we are using for calculating numericals, which I can write here as p plus q by p minus q. Okay, if they have been given r maximum and r minimum, and then they are asked to find what's the ratio of p by q. So in such a case we can make this as, so cross multiplication, we have been done cross multiplication, r maximum into p minus q is equals to, so r minimum into p plus q. So by doing this, which I can get here as r maximum p, I am taking directly toward this side, minus r minimum p, which is equals to, here I can write here as r minimum q. Here it is a minus. If it move toward that side, we are going to get it as a plus. That's which is nothing but r maximum q. So in this we can take the common as a p, in this we can take common as a q. By taking common as a p, which I can get here as r maximum minus r minimum. So which is equals to q. Q is nothing but r maximum plus r minimum. So because they are only plus sign only, which we can interchange. With the help of this I can write here as, so p by q is equals to, if it come toward this side I can obtain here as r maximum plus r minimum by r maximum minus r minimum. In this way we can find the value of p by q, or if they ask to find p only, where they have been given r maximum, r minimum and q, we can find directly. So like this, which we can use as a application. Okay, this is a one more special case. If p is equals to q, if p is equals to q, so then what it will be happen. So if p is equals to q, I can write here as r is equals to root of p square plus, here q is equals to p I can write, so p square plus 2 into p square into cos theta, which I can get. So with the help of this, r vector is equals to root of 2p square plus 2 2p square cos theta. Can I write ma? So by taking 2p square as a common, r is equals to root of 2p square, so 1 plus cos theta. So what's the value of 1 plus cos theta? So 1 plus cos theta value is nothing but 2 cos square theta by 2. So that is the formula which we are using in mathematics. With the help of this, r is equals to, I can obtain here as, which is nothing but, so 2p square into 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 to 4. With the help of this, I can obtain here as r value is nothing but I can take here as outside 2 and p square as a p, and then cos theta by 2. So cos theta by 2, which we are going to get. So if p is equals to q, in such a case we can get this equation. Okay, so now we have been seen, I have been taken this as a p vector, and then this I have been taken here as a q vector. With the help of this, the resultant vector which I have been taken. Now if this, which it will represents a minus q vector, so then this, what is this value? This value is theta, angle between them. But we know that this total angle is 180, so this, which I can write here as 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. In such a case, how we can write the magnitude means that magnitude we can write here as r is equals to, in terms of magnitude, this is p and this is minus q. With direction I have been concerned. With the help of this, I can obtain here as, so p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. What is the angle between p vector and minus q vector here, which is nothing but 180 minus theta. So you can write 180 minus theta, or you can write pi also. So pi is nothing but, so 180 degrees. With the help of this, the resultant vector is r is equals to, we are going to get here as p square plus q square cos 180 minus theta, minus cos theta we are going to get, minus 2pq cos theta. So this, in simple form, I can write this as, if r vector is equals to a vector plus, that is minus b vector, sorry. So r vector is equals to p vector plus minus q vector plus addition. So in case whenever we are taking negative, so in this case, if p equals to q, if p is equals to q, I have been taken, what I am going to get, same r is equals to root of p square plus p square minus 2p square cos theta, which I am going to get. But here, by taking as a common, r is equals to root of, which I can get here as 2p square 1 minus cos theta. 1 minus cos theta. Here the value of 1 minus cos theta is nothing but 1 minus cos theta is equals to 2 sin square theta by 2. Sin square theta by 2. With the help of this, r is equals to, I can write here as 2p square into 2 sin square theta by 2. So by removing that, I can get here as 2p sin theta by 2. So in this case, which we are going to obtain the resultant of magnitude when we are taking if P is equals to Q. If you are subtracting means we are getting in simple manner R is equals to P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta. So these are the some special cases regarding the parallelogram law of vectors. I hope students you have been understood this parallelogram law of vector. So if you are having any doubts, just you can comment me, surely I will reply you. Please subscribe my channel, like it and then share to your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.